border issue was, or the border situation was pretty simple. It only took us about an hour, 45 minutes to check out of Colombia, cancel our TIP, check into Ecuador, and get a new TIP. Unfortunately, they only gave us 10 days in Ecuador on a transit pass. We were hoping to get a few more days than that, at least 20 days, but they're having a civil war on the coast in Ecuador against the Mexican cartel of all people. So they've issued a state of emergency, so they're only allowing tourists to pass through. So they gave us 10 days, which Ecuador is pretty small. I think it's the size of Colorado, so we can do it. But it's a bummer because it's a beautiful country. We really wanted to tour the volcanoes and all that, but it is what it is. Excited about Peru, so it's okay. But Ecuador, here we come. This is a major bummer. Ecuador has tolls. No more free tolls like we had in Colombia. Fun fact about Ecuador. A few years ago, they had a major financial collapse. They were experiencing insane inflation and some other political drama, and sent their economy into a tailspin, and the US stepped in, and I don't know how it all works, but now they only take US dollars. They got rid of their currency, so that's cool. It makes it so much easier, you know, paying for things. You know, Colombia was 4,000 to 1, so it can be a little confusing, but I just hope it's just as cheap here as it was in Colombia, hopefully. We've only been here like, I don't know, it's 1:30, maybe 3 or 4 hours. There's hardly any motorcycles. To go from a country of 70% motos to, man, I would say, it's what I've seen so far, probably 5%. It's kind of a bummer, to be honest. That means the cars on the road are less tolerant. So we need to be on our A game for sure. There's 3 pigs, 3 little pigs, big pigs. Oh, look at that arena down there, cool. This is our first morning in Ecuador, and from where we stayed, within 5 minutes we were heading up into a big mountain range, going up over the mountains. There's volcanoes somewhere over here. So beautiful. It's so cold, but man, it's worth it. First day in Ecuador is not disappointing at all. We crossed the equator yesterday. Never saw a sign. I'm so bummed that I didn't get a picture of it. Didn't even realize we did it. I thought we were going to cross near Quito, but apparently it was north of that. But in the southern hemisphere now, I don't feel any different. Yeah, I was revving the hell out of my motor trying to make it over that pass, just running about 8,000 RPM at third gear mostly. It's crazy. It's the first time that's happened, actually, and we've gone into higher passes. I think it's because this one was steeper, but yeah, we were up there. It is just freaking beautiful. The last video I did where I showed those rats, they're actually guinea pig, and guinea pig is a delicacy in Ecuador amongst the indigenous people. So the regular Ecuadorians don't eat it. The indigenous love it. I am absolutely not willing to try it. Glenn said he wants to try it, but no thanks. They're so big, it's nasty, and they just fry them whole, head and all. It's like, no, it doesn't sound appealing, but hey, look at this. Jeez. This is pretty cool. You're constantly doing these passes up and down, transitioning from range to range. Very steep, very high. You know you're in South America when you just have to slow down for the horse carrying the cow's milk in the middle of the road. Oh my goodness. 3 big waterfalls right here. Ooh, it's pretty. Wow. This is so cool. Holy crap. Oh man. That waterfall there has got to be at least 2,000 foot tall. So we just stopped and got some fuel, and I checked my altimeter. We've already dropped down to 6,100 feet. And we're officially on the east side of the Andes now, about 100 miles from the Amazon, which is cool. It's the closest we've been so far. We're heading south on the east side of the Andes, heading south towards Peru. And it's just awesome here. Another fun fact about Ecuador. Forgot to mention when we got gas. Gas, where we are right now is really remote, little, tiny little town. Gas is $2.50 a gallon. Woo, that's nice. Colombia was pretty expensive. I think it was about $4.75. Here's $2.50, even in a remote village. So that's good news. Getting ready to crest the top, and from the signs that we're seeing out here, look at this. Oh, God. From the signs we're seeing, we think that we've just entered the Amazon. Right at the edge. Troncal Amazonica.
The difference between Ecuador and Colombia is Colombia has very high peaks similar to these peaks, but they have plateaus where there's a lot of little villages up at flat elevations. Here there's just very, very steep peaks, so we don't see these villages like we do in Colombia. We have to go all along the roadway, and maybe you see a village down at a river basin, but as you can see the terrain, it's just straight up and down. Look at these cliffs. Everything that we saw back there, we never saw any small villages or anything like that, like we did in Colombia, right? So there's no dirt roads here. This is all paved, and that's why it's different.
It's definitely rugged, no doubt. We just stopped at this roadside stand and ate one of these plantains that are grilled, and they're so good. That's chicken. It's very good. Muy bueno.
Let's go with that soup there.
What is this?
Chonta.
Chonta? Chonta. Naranja? Oh, it's an orange. Gracias. Oh, check this out.
Bienvenidos.
Gracias.
Bienvenidos. ¿Está bien la moto?
Yeah.
Ya, bueno, mi nombre es Remo.
Remo?
Remo, su nombre.
Mi nombre es Tria.
Glenn.
Glenn. Ah, chévere. Este es.
This is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so nice. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Ooh, slippery. Hello.